Talent just means that you can. My concern is if you will. All right, happy Sunday morning. We are here in beautiful downtown Burbank. This is SARGE'S Corner, not coffee, SARGE'S Corner, but we are having coffee. Show them the cup you're using.
I'm using a SARGE'S Corner cup.
Show them the front of the cup. All right, so we are here today with the lovely and massively talented SANDRA SAAD. Yeah, applause.
Hello.
We had a little bit of a snafu. She came in. She literally wiped out the power in the whole neighborhood. She came down here, and her brilliance is such that the power just went out. She knocked out the internet. She knocked out everything. So we had to get back in line. Yeah. So we're here. Just a big fan of yours. You guys see the video we put up yesterday? Just your sense of humor.
Oh,
your timing.
Thanks, James.
And the thing is that what I love about you, Sandra, is that you have this calmness. Like you seem like this is where I'm supposed to be. Like you're at home in your skin.
Thanks.
No.
If only you heard what my brain is screaming 24 hours of the day. No, thank you. I just love what I do so much, and I think that I don't feel myself unless I'm doing what I love. Right. So if I was like in an office, I would be a completely different person. I would,
Sure. No doubt. Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah. So so let's give our connection. So basically, we met at a fire. We met shooting guns.
Yeah.
And she thoroughly humiliated me. She's a much better shot than I am. It's embarrassing how good she is.
Oh,
and
that's true. No.
So we met there, and then we met at Jeff's house.
Yeah.
For a barbecue.
Had a little dinner.
Yeah. So a bottle of rosé, a little dinner, bunch of people all just comparing notes on just how wonderful our lives are. So let's talk about you.
Sure. So
I think everybody here is tuning, and I hope they know who you are. But just give us I would do the IMDb thing because that's like embarrassing. But you're known for Ms. Marvel.
Yeah.
So we should jump into that because the Nadia stuff is great. It's Call of Duty, but it's not as big as what you really are. And I've been researching you a lot, and I just love
cool.
how it's just because you've embraced this opportunity in a much more dynamic and a larger way than just another acting role. And I want to talk to you about those because I have opinions about certain things.
Okay.
About women and the business. And I'm starting a series of doing just women. Mm-hmm. No, I'm gonna try to get Julie on.
Oh yeah, she's great.
And then I have another a female artist named Svara Novotny. She's a multimedia artist, and she's just amazing. We had a very long conversation about women in arts and film, and it's very profound. So tell me, what is the reward for you for being Ms. Marvel? Like, what have you personally garnered from doing this role? Because you've done your homework. What is the growth factor? What have you learned about SANDRA SAAD through the Marvel universe, or that particular universe?
A lot of questions. I think what I got you know what? Also, before I answer that, I'm trying to figure out how to tether myself to this live because I think my fans would love to hear some of this.
Tether,
too.
Go away. Yeah.
I can't figure it out.
So while she takes care of her personal business on my show, I'll go through a few things. This week we're going to be we'll be back probably on Wednesday morning with the SARGE'S coffee. And
can't figure it out.
All right. I'm trying to figure some stuff out. All right, let's see who's on the chat here. Let's say hi to a few people while you take your time, figure that out. Don't worry about it. All right. Let's see. Say hey, Shuni's here. How you doing? Ronnie's good. Quiz Gaming, Junker fan. Glad you're back, man. Lieutenant Narks of always, my boy Narks. Epsilon Church is here. Narks, Junker fan. No name. Yeah. Cape the dickhead. You know, sometimes you can't even say these handles out loud because it just gets you in trouble, right? And Jordan Jones is here. Hi, Jordan Jones. Yeah, we'll open this up for questions later on. I just want to I want to get her to talk a little bit about your journey and the effect it's had on you and what is, tell me about that.
Okay. So I think for me, the biggest reward just came from doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
I was finally granted the opportunity to do what I've always worked for. I've worked for this for so long. I've taken the lessons. I've read the books. I've taken the classes for years and years and most of my life. And I've dreamt of just having the opportunity to be on stage with all these other actors and to just do the thing. And finally I got the chance to do it. And my first day on set, doing it in front of the cameras and with the actors and the director, it was the best day I'd ever had in my life. I walked away from set and I was like, well, that's it. That's what it's like to have the best day of your life. And then I showed up the next day and then it just got better.
Yeah.
And then the next day. And then I was like, wow, I never really felt fully myself until I got to do it. Even though I was being someone else, I was being a superhero. You know what it's like to finally live in your passion.
But wait a minute, you just described the superhero's journey. They just, think about it. You had a vision, let your imagination, you wouldn't take, you kept your focus, which is a superhero quality. Don't take that for granted. Focus, if you can, like that little thing I said there about, I showed you here about, you're only limited by the weakness of attention and poverty of imagination. And what you're talking about here is you had focus. You kept your attention on something you wanted. You did what was necessary. Many people don't understand what it means to actually work at something. It's like they think wishing is enough, or putting them, saying they want it is enough. They'll go online, listen to a self-help book. Well, you got to, say what you want. No, you got to take actions. You got to take steps. You got to move in direction. You got to develop the skills. And
exactly.
To me, yours is a superhero journey because here's my goal. Oh boy, top of the mountain. What's my first step? Well, I'm going to have to take a class.
Right. And
I always talk about, people fail because we look at the top of the mountain first and we trip over that first step. Okay, I want to get over there, but I got to, what's right in front of me? I got to learn how to tie my shoes. I got to learn how to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
So everything you're talking about really reminds me that is you arrive because I think when I feel that way you're talking about, and I feel it all the time. It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I dreamt this.
Yeah.
I saw this.
Yeah.
And now it's here.
Yeah.
This is real. Like this is real.
You work so hard and for so long, you just get used to that hard work and you almost forget that light at the end of the tunnel is there. I almost forgot that I could achieve it. I was just like, I'm just going to be working forever on achieving it. And then we did. What
happens, what happened with me is that I had a shift because I started late. I was old. I was in my 40s when I started acting in earnest. And I had to adjust how I did the journey. Like it couldn't be about the end anymore. It had to be like, okay, what am I feeling right now? Does this feel good? And if it's feeling good and I'm progressing, then I stay there. But it's never about getting the job or getting it right. It's about, can I have a maximized experience in the moment? Can I trust that it will come as it comes? It'll come when the Zen thing is see what comes, see how it comes. And if I can wait inside that question, boom, everything just happens at light speed. Yeah. It's when I try to adjust and manage and I hustle and I get really clenched fist. Yeah. And I was saying to you earlier, I just love you're relaxed. Like it seems like you're there. Thanks. And you're doing it. And it's just happening and you're responding. And even with some of our banter over dinner and stuff like that, you have an ease which you exchange with, especially with with me, of course. But and I was watching some of your stuff online, that the improv scene you guys did in the car, you and Troy. Yeah. And I just, it was so like, You know, it's perfect. It was perfect acting because you didn't have to say a word.
Yeah.
You know, it's just I just hated you. You're a pain in the ass. I know.
So did my mom.
I know you. I know this pain in the ass teenager. Oh my God. Open the door and kick her out.
Yeah. That's funny. That seems to be a lot of people's favorite scene.
Sure.
And I didn't really even know that it was in the script. There's no lines or anything, but I think that does come from all of us being funny folks too, right? There's a lot of improv and comedy inherently.
Yeah. You're trying to be stand-up too, right? You're doing stand-up now?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So I've been doing improv and sketch for like 7 years or so.
Wait, was that a oi?
Oh yeah.
I thought you were Muslim.
No.
Oi is that's a very specific.
Oh yeah,
oi,
yeah. That
oi.
is kind of like East Coast too, right?
I stand corrected. It's a very East Coast. I do. Oi, you know that's
Yeah.
New York, New Jersey. That's a thing we do back east.
I feel like my family does it. Oh, anyway, but yeah, I did stand up and improv for like 7 years. Sorry, sketch and improv for like 7 years, and then over pandemic, I was like, I like sketch so much. I realized that.
Nice.
I'd been going to see sketch comedy for so many years, and then I was like, why don't I just do it? Because I was expecting for there to be some kind of class. But I was like, I'm just gonna write material, and then I wrote material for all during pandemic, and then now I'm doing it. I think I might be doing it in New York next weekend. Might have a couple shows, so follow me. We'll see if you're out there.
That's exciting. Well, how did that happen?
That I'm going to New York next week.
Well, how did you book shows in New York? How does that come about?
I just have some friends out there, and I'm like, oh hey, I'm gonna be out there next weekend. Do you have a show you can put me on? They're like, oh hell yeah. So I think it's just faith.
Well, it's many things, and I love this. I love unpacking stuff you say because it's you gloss over it like it's just normal, you know. Like you're saying the fact that I found out I love sketch.
Yeah.
And the thing about when we say hard work, we got to be careful because I a lot of mentoring done here, a lot of attention being paid. It's like that. It's never this. You know, you can't do this long enough to accomplish anything. It's about, I love this. Yeah. I can't get enough of it.
Exactly.
So it appears to the rest of the world that you're sacrificing everything. No, I love this.
Yeah.
I'm not giving anything up. I don't need. No, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not sacrificing. You don't have a family. You don't have. I don't. No, this is my family. This is like
exactly.
I sacrifice nothing. I'm doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
And finding that's such a gift, you know. That's the gift. And when you spot something, I really like this. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
And another thing, I call them barriers to entry. The imagination is so. It can either be, like I said, it can either be your best tool or your worst enemy. If you're imagining obstacles, if you're imagining confrontation, if you're imagining things that get in your way, they're going to be real. But if you're imagining, how do I use this opportunity to make myself stronger or better? Everything's an opportunity. Depends on how we decide to use what's in front of us. What is our skill set? Are we going to listen to the voice in our head, or are we going to set something aside? No, I'm only looking at this. You know, and on the show we have a saying called "Pay attention to your attention," because a belief that's repeated becomes a thought that gets repeated becomes a belief. A belief that's given attention and energy becomes momentum. Momentum will dictate the quality of your life, because that's when you're moving in a certain direction. So if you're a junkie, that's a pretty downward momentum. But if, like you have this great momentum moving forward, bring it in. I want to incorporate. So there's momentum. Just like keep your momentum going at all costs. You know.
Yeah. I have a tendency of spreading that momentum everywhere, right? Because I get so excited.
I can't see that. I have never seen that. No.
You know, you're like music, sketch, improv, stand up. I want to bake for all my friends, even though I can't eat it. I want to do all this. But yeah, you're right. I think a big thing for me now that I've realized it is following that joy. Whatever it is that brings me that joy. And for me, it always comes back to acting. So yeah, you're right.
Always get back there. Let's take a couple questions here.
Yeah.
All right. So, because I want to talk to you more, but there's people here that coming in and out and I want to talk to. Let's see. Any question? Let's see.
Woo! Spilling stuff. Hi, Sean. Michaela, hi.
Nice. I love this.
Someone's asking if I fixed my fire alarm. I did not. And James did not help.
Now, hoping you guys all saw the video. You're so funny, and it's funny. What happened with that video was I was writing it, and I sent her. She's going to work, right? She's at work doing her job. And hey, by the way, could you take about an hour of your life unpaid and lay down these tracks real quick? And then
I love it.
She got back to me. Says, I'm kind of at work right now. Oh, great! Use the environment. Use your So it's like very much
I did it at my house.
It's good. You're funny as hell. So you're also you are a musician.
Yeah, I am. So I play in a 2-person psychedelic folk band with my neighbor, and we just love it so much. You can find us at the band is called Eye of the Sun, like Eye of the Sun that's up there.
Love it.
Like the fiery sun, not like the Son of God. And then you can find us at Instagram at Eye of the Sun, or on YouTube if you put in Eye of the Sun Sandra Saad, you should find it.
And they have there's one song you have where you're banging the drum.
Yeah. I play like a big floor tom and mallets and a cymbal. We love it so much. And you're a musician.
I am.
Do you write music?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
What'd you hear?
The video that you sent me.
I sent her. I sent her the. I sent her right here.
Yeah.
The Christmas video.
Yeah.
I sent her right on this table. Well, there's 2 parts to that. It was just 3 parts to that. There was years ago when I was a tyke in New York. I had a band, and I grew up playing in like bars and coffee houses and shit when I was 16 years old.
Yeah. It
happened because my father was a raging drunk. And we spent time at a bar, and I became friends with the bar owner's son, who was a guitar player. And they taught me a little bit. And then as time went on, I was friendly, and they hit the band. There's a band it's a little tiny sports bar. And I just got something I started doing in college. I did it, made a couple bucks. And
oh, cool.
Yeah, I started doing a summer thing up in Lake George, New York. Yeah, and then I would play around, got to New York City, and I had a little bit of hockey money left as a hockey player before I became an actor.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
And I had some money, and I invested in some rehearsal time. And when you have a core and you have a vision, you're moving, and you make a decision. I want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
The universe conspires to help you. Whatever you want, if you want to be miserable, it will help you be miserable.
Yeah.
If you want to go out looking for something to make you miserable, you're going to find it like that. If you want to find something to be happy about, you're going to find that as well.
Mm-hmm.
The universe conspires to support whatever this desires. And a drummer came in, and then opportunities came in. And then within 2 weeks, we had a gig at the Limelight in New York, opening for Joan Jett.
Whoa.
I
love her.
Yeah, most insane thing in the world is how just, because we were in the same rehearsal building it had these back in the day, back when Times Square was still a place you couldn't go without a gun. I mean, it was just back in the early 80s, mid 80s, it was like strip joints and hookers and gunfights. It's crazy. And there's a music building on 38th and 8th, I believe it was. And it was just this 12 store. It used to be a garment district building, but now it's all rehearsed. And it's just grunge. Everything's dirty. It smells. You don't want. It's worse than being in a porno set. You just don't want to touch anything. You don't know, needles everywhere, and that's our rehearsal studio. Yeah. There's a lounge out in the middle, and I just be out there because I had a small apartment at 44th Street. I couldn't make a lot of noise, so I have a story about that. And so I used to go to the studio, just kind of blast and jam and stuff. And then we had a couple of rehearsals, and a guy I got to know in the lounge, having a couple of Hungarian teas. He's look at man, we just had a band drop out. I got a gig at 2 gigs. You want to go? Pay $500 a gig.
It's unheard of.
Like $500 a gig. Yeah, man. I think this is 1986 money.
Yeah, even for 2021 money.
Well,
$500 for music.
$500. Yeah. Get the line, so I get everybody together, get the gear together, and it was a concert for the Hell's Angels Legal Defense Fund.
Whoa.
And it was freaking insane. It was, and you know, I was kind of in that Duran stage. I had long hair.
Yeah.
I mean, down here, had it permed.
Oh, cool.
I had the parachute pants.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's kind of built back then, so I kind of had just a t-shirt on. I kind of like the whole, you know, that glam rock thing. This is the mid '80s.
Hell yeah.
And then we get on stage and it's like hardcore bikers.
Was it like punk music?
No, it was.
Or like glam.
I have a. It's funny. I had a mix of, at the time. I was sort of a Brian Ferry meets kind of a little techno, but Brian Ferry meets Billy Idol kind of vibe.
Okay, right on.
You know, kind of, and it didn't really work. It was fun. It didn't really work.
Yeah.
The music sucks.
Yeah, I mean, no one said psychedelic folk music works either, but if you love it, you love it.
I love what you did.
Oh, thanks.
I told you, you remind me of the Handsome family.
Oh, yeah, I like them a lot.
Far From Any Road. Oh my gosh, he's just like the Handsome. And when you hear them talk, it's just a man and his husband and wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're
cool.
They're out there. They're
Thanks.
great. The wife is really cool. She's very kind of crunchy and earthy.
Yeah.
And he's just an old curmudgeon. He's just, and you tell that. But he's got that voice, that deep growl.
Yeah. That sounds like me and my bandmate for sure.
You guys, again, I totally, like, oh my God, that's exactly who they remind me of.
Thanks. I'm gonna tell him. Yeah, it all comes back to just
I want to play with you guys.
Love. Yeah.
I want to. Oh God, I would fit. When you hear my stuff that I'm writing now, it totally fits in with what you're doing. Totally. I got you lined up for actually, I have a Call of Duty spoof song I want you to do with me.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
We could probably record it today, actually.
Okay.
If you want to do it, yeah.
All right, y'all heard it.
It's called called Oh Weaver.
Oh Weaver.
Yeah, and it's based on well, I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
So yeah, see that. We should jump on some questions here.
Yeah,
right?
let's see. Y'all got questions?
Let's see. What do you got there? Let me spin it up for you.
Sorry.
Oh, by the way, she does have posters.
I do.
You want to get a poster? Just hit us here and we'll get it to you. Actually, go to Streamily and order it.
Nadia too.
Order it. I
didn't know what she looked like until I got the poster.
You know, I had such a hard time finding
Me too.
Nadia. Because there's like 3 Nadias, right?
There's one, but it's split with 2 actors. Like I do the Arabic, and then there's another actress who does some English. I do some English too. But anyway, yeah, you can go on my Streamily.
Yeah, go to Streamily.
And get one if you want.
Just send it to Streamily. Just type in SANDRA SAAD Streamily and you'll find it.
Streamily.com/SANDRA SAAD.
Let's see. Jordan says, Sandra, I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Damn, Sandra, you're talented as hell. Thank you. I love all your fans are so friendly.
This is my fans, not my fans, my community.
Your community.
Yeah, because I'm their fan. Look at, like I say all the time, without them,
no, he did say this.
I don't exist.
Yeah.
I don't exist. Without them, we don't exist.
Yeah.
So this is a thank you to you guys.
Thank you, you guys too.
Here, I can't see shit. Just find one. I'm gonna scroll before you read them. What's Michael Bebby say? I don't know that.
Tip, if your fire alarm is not working, morph your arm and punch it because you're Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Thank you. I thought about that.
Did you understand the line "I'm flexible" in that skit we did, guys?
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm flexible.
Oh, I guess I didn't.
I go. I think she missed. It was great. The reading was great, anyways. But I said, "Oh, she kind of missed the point."
No, I did. I took it as like, well, I'm flexible. I could be, be here and there.
Because what I was gonna do, I was gonna slip in a thing of I was gonna use an expression, have your arm extend out.
Yeah. Oh man, I missed it.
but it may actually, you know what? I had these grandiose visions when I make these little snippets. Sometimes I always pare stuff down. You got to slow it down. But.
I think it works great. Where can we find? You can find it on your YouTube. Sorry.
Yes, on my YouTube channel.
Oh, so I had a couple questions on here that I saw of when should people be getting their autographs if they ordered on Streamily? Do you know? I don't.
Have you gotten your kit yet?
No.
Yeah. Here's how it all works with the Streamily people. They aggregate all the orders and then they ship out boxes to us. Like I have every poster I've signed. It's in my studio right now, but they're going to send me a box and they'll distribute it to everybody. So please be patient with that. I know it's a little frustrating. Under the last round, I talked to Jeff. They said it took about a month for it to happen. So I apologize. Yeah, I know when you do get mine, it comes right away because I ship them out of my house here. I have a whole shipping system.
Okay.
But it's a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
I requested my shipping kit, but I haven't received it yet. So sorry, guys. It's gonna take a minute.
And check your stream again because you may have. I've got more orders afterwards as well.
Okay.
But keep checking.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me see.
yeah.
You're in the UK, Sean, so it might take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy, but we appreciate you. So yeah, you guys, streamily.com/Sandra Saad and then James C Burns.
Yeah.
That's yours, right?
Yes, it is.
I have your thumbprint again.
See? She already owns the household. She already owns
own
it.
the house.
She's actually
Went and grabbed some coffee.
She walked in, destroyed my internet.
Okay.
Here's a question. Was Russian Ray Gunner, was voice acting hard? No, it's not. It's the greatest job in the world. It's so much easier than live action because I don't have to memorize lines.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. For me, it's so much easier than I'm in a voiceover commercial class for the last 8 weeks, and I really been doing the homework, and then I went and had a couple live auditions to do, and I found myself, oh wow, I
really gotta get this off the page.
Yeah, I gotta, because I'm burying it, and the difference is on camera, it's more about stillness and kind of being letting your eyes do the work.
Yeah.
But on voiceover, you got to let and you get animated, so you kind of move.
Yeah.
Because it helps generate the energy.
Exactly.
Right?
Whatever you have to do to get that same energy just out of your mouth instead of, because you can't have anything read from your eyes or your body or whatever. It's all got to come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So whatever you got to do in that booth, however crazy it is.
Well, that's the beauty of doing performance capture, because you get some of that back.
Yeah.
You can hold moments and just let your body language, that says so much.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
It picks up everything.
Well, now it does. Back in the day.
Tell us.
So back when I was a kid, well, 2009 is when I started my journey. I didn't get I didn't audition for the role, Woods. I went and auditioned to test the technology they're going to use for performance capture. And
they loved you so much.
No,
they
no, that's not how it happened.
Okay.
So I went in there and I just became, I did, I have a rule because I was new in the game as an actor. I was only been acting maybe 5 years at that point.
Uh-huh.
And I had a rule. Number one is, if it doesn't feel good, I don't say it. If it doesn't feel honest, I don't fucking say it.
I love that so much.
And if it doesn't feel right, I don't do it. And so I was I didn't know anything about video games. I didn't want to be a video game. I thought it was just dumb stunt acting. And I had done a couple of years on General Hospital. I had a bunch of, I had done enough work to know, I knew what I knew and I knew what I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So when I walk in and things are kind of weird, I call it out. So, and I have a video that how I became Woods. It shows the first audition. It's just how shitty I got with everybody. Move the fucking camera over here. Because you're just gonna see my ear. And they caught it all on tape. And that's why they brought me in, because the Woods character was built on that audition, basically, on that audition, that interview. And so what happened was we kept working together. And Adam, I don't know if you know the Treyarch people, okay? The old Treyarch. We became buds, and I'd show up. Hey, listen, so we did it. They did a technology test for 2 weeks. Hey, why not come back and do that? We're doing a level test for a new game. Sure. So we basically I worked for them for 3 months until December, from September until mid-December. Then they vanish. These are guys I'm drinking with, having lunch with, fucking just having this talking.
Yeah.
They vanish, gone. And then I'm like, I got a little weird. They wouldn't not return any emails, not return any texts.
Why?
These are my boys, right?
What'd you do?
I was like, you know what? I got shit. I had had some TV I was doing. I had a lot going on, so I wasn't freaking out. But I was kind of, I thought we had something there, And then in February, I see the breakdowns. They're auditioning for a part. First, it was called the role was Sergeant Frank Barnes.
Yeah.
And now I see on the breakdowns, They're auditioning for Sergeant Frank Woods, and then the breakdown is me. My it looks like it was me. It's like it was me.
Was it your face?
Well, no,
it was you.
It was a breakdown. It's a
Okay,
breakdown.
okay.
But the description was, you're athletic, 5'11", at this age, it's like that's
big old jerk, yeah.
Big, nobody wants to spend time with, and I couldn't get an audition. Couldn't get an audition.
That's why everyone ghosted you?
Mm-hmm. So what happened was, long story short, there was a guy there who he liked me. He happened to be the head of the studio, and he said, "No, bring him in." And so I was like, I was over it. I was already on to doing I had just done a gig, a big TV gig. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm okay. It's just a video game. What do I know? So they bring me in, and I walk in, and I already know the studio. I know I've been Treyarch for 3 months. Hey man, how you doing? Yeah. Guards know me. We're all buds. Walking in, and there's the audition. All these guys who are my friends come out, and they're like, stone me. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. So I'm sitting there, and then of course the casting director, she starts telling me, well, here's what we want. Here's what we're doing with the character. I'm looking at her like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god.
But I'm playing. Right, okay, great,
yeah.
So what are you telling the other actors to do? And I go, oh, fuck these people. I know. So I went in, and I just
this is you.
Ripped off book. They do what I do. Like, hey, no, fuck it. Got the gig. Well, they actually hired somebody else. And it wasn't working out, and they said, "Fuck this!" Because they wanted a star. It's a big role. Right. They wanted a name in there, and they said, "No, let's just hire just hire him.
Yeah,
he's cheap. We'll get him for scale."
Yeah, God, I love when that happens when they. Yeah.
And the rest is history,
Oh my God, it is kind of rare when that happens, right? Where they put aside the glitz and the glamour of the name, and they go with the talent,
or the attitude. I'm not sure the talent was there yet, but definitely was the attitude.
Talent, attitude. For that, it was all the same for the character.
Talitude.
Talitude.
Yeah.
That's kind of when I auditioned for Kamala. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was for a video game, and I didn't know that people auditioned for video games. I didn't know that video games weren't. That you had to put on I didn't know anything about video games, and even I had done voice before for for other stuff, but just not really video games. And I sang and stuff. Yeah. But I auditioned, and they changed the names of everything, so there's no way you could guess.
Yeah.
What it's
Yeah.
Tony, they changed to Tom. So even
you never, and even a lot of times they write scripts just for the audition. It's not even content.
Absolutely, yeah. There's no way I could figure it out. Yeah. And then I thought it was for a web series. I had no idea, and I was like, man, this is some web series. If they have me coming back to audition 5 times and meet the director and go here and there
5 times.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's serious, it's Marvel, right? And
it's a huge thing. People don't realize that it's not like. They call you up and say, hey, here's a free. It's like they really make sure they get the right person.
Yeah. And that's when you get it, that really.
Yeah, because you fought your way through.
Yeah.
You fought your way through.
I get it all the time, especially, in the Egyptian community. People will just hit me up and be like, oh, great, I want to do it too. You did it, I'll do it. And I'm like, no, honey, I did not wake up one day and decide.
See, I go say, yeah, you can just start.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not handing it to you, bud. No one handed it to me.
I can't even waste energy on that. It's like, usually when people ask me, give me some advice at being an actor, I say,
work your ass off.
Make sure you have a job that you can support yourself in. Yeah. Make sure you can live a life, because what happened to us, it's like, it's so exciting because it's really freaking rare. Yeah. I mean, how many thousands of people submitted for that?
Yeah.
How many hundreds auditioned? How many hundreds of people had to sign? I mean, the confluence of the universe had to really be specific. And I'm telling you, man, I've been on both sides of the coin. I've been at the top where I've gotten it, and I've been the guy they didn't take. 2 guys. It just happened this weekend. That's another big job. It
happened to me last weekend, the week before.
My agent called, hey, are you available? Can you do this? It starts tomorrow. Yeah, I'm fucking available. You're waiting for you, and then You don't hear anything.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? Oh, they went to somebody else.
Right.
Fuck, you didn't tell me?
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
me all
yeah.
strung up.
They don't tell you no.
You know,
They
I'm
just
buying
let
a
you
new-
go.
I'm buying a new car. Oh, I need that kind of like,
Yeah.
ever do that? Like, I got this. I
Oh
got
yeah.
it.
I'm booking out. I'm like telling everyone I'm not going to be available. My friends are like, "Hey, can you go to Disneyland?" I'm like, "No, I might be working."
It's like,
It's that insanity, right? But you know, we talked about how many people submit, how many people audition, how many people get called back first, second, third, fourth, fifth time, and then the one person gets it.
yes.
And then, you know, and we talked about how we come into ourselves as actors or whatever, and I think that is really, for me, a lot of my confidence is knowing that, oh damn, I am that good that I was selected for, you know, at least one thing, just to do what I love to do. So, Sandra, have you?
So Epsilon says, Sandra, have you played any of the Call of Duty games?
I have watched people play the Call of Duty games
Uh-huh.
because your girl is not good at video games. Hey, what's up, Sandra? How long have you been acting? I've been acting as long as I possibly could, just school and stuff. You know, elementary school, middle school, high school, whatever play I could get into, play.
Oh, I'm so envious of people like you. I never had the balls.
My mom didn't know anything about the business. I wasn't business.
It doesn't matter. When I've always wanted to do this, but it was not something that was okay. I was a hockey player. I was a football player.
Right.
You know, I could play, I could sing and play guitar, but that was okay. But being an actor, like, you know, no, come on, who does that?
Right.
And I had a friend of mine in high school, Billy Fitzgerald, gayest kid in the world, and he was super gay before it was cool. He went to a Catholic high school, and I hung around because all the girls hung around with Billy. So hang out with Billy, you meet the pretty girls. And he actually inspired me to do this. I remember I was playing hockey in Europe, and he's sending me letters. He was trying his hand at being an actor in New York, and I said, and just out of my sideways, I go, Billy, just a question: how does one become an actor? And he writes back, it's his longhand. He goes, one becomes an actor any way one can. And I was 20, I was 21 or 22 at the time. Yeah. And I couldn't hear it. You know, I thought it was, I heard it, but I heard it the wrong way. I heard it like it's, you just go in and, you know, it's like athletically, there's certain protocols, and you can change the outcome through brute force and effort. You know, if you're in a violent sport and you become violent, then you're going to be accepted. So there's an easy way in. It doesn't work that way as an actor.
Right. You can't just punch
your vulnerability. It's access. So, anyways, continue your story. They said,
I forgot what I was talking about.
Arabic. Where are you from?
I'm Egyptian. Ayed, is that who?
Yeah.
This is for Sarge. Can you do a stream of you eating a T-bone steak?
Yes,
for
I will. I will.
I might have a ribeye.
Oh, I cook a mean ribeye.
Yeah? I'm coming over.
I have a grill back there. I've done a few cooking shows off of this right here.
Okay, we might have to do a cooking stream for Christmas.
We're sold. Done. Done.
All right, let's go. Any questions over here? I love Miss Marvel. Yay, me too. I'm looking for koshari and manga juice. Am I at the right place? Yes, Spartan. I make a mean koshari, and by me, I mean my mother.
Let's see. Here we go. Jant Moore. This is one of my regular guys. He has a really good little stream himself. Love your energy, Sandra. Was wondering, before you played Ms. Marvel, were you a fan of the Marvel Universe?
Who isn't? I mean, sorry if you aren't. Yeah, I was. I think my favorite movies were the Spider-Man movies and the first couple of with Topher. I'm not
Grace. Topher Grace.
You know the other one. That was my favorite, and then Spider-Man kind of still is my favorite.
Spider-Man. Let's see. Alec Rhodes, how you doing, man? Let's see. I mean, might as well ask the question. What's
up, Sandra? Yeah. It's a beautiful day.
Let's see what we get.
Poor Sarge's internet. Oh, is internet cutting out?
Is the internet going bad or good? I can't tell. Let me know if we're having problems here, guys.
It's the airplane for me. Was there an airplane just now?
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, hang on a second. Let's see.
You guys, I love this community so much. I love these questions. I've done voice acting in the past. Body language and expression has a lot to do with how the voice comes out. Yes, absolutely.
It does.
That's a thing, man. Like we contort our bodies in all kinds of ways in that booth. It's fun.
I see. This whole thing is kind of my feed is so fast. I
love it.
And a lot of this stuff is so. We talk a lot about personal issues on. Like we talk about. We have people who are struggling with addictions and family shit, and then so it always gets mixed in.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes if you want to jump on, just say because anytime you do well, let's see, me Cap. Yeah, I'd love to be in the Marvel universe. I don't know where I'd fit in though. I don't know.
I think you'd make a great villain.
Thank you.
Like I feel like you would make a great Thanos.
Ooh, a righteous villain. Yeah.
Ask Sandra. Okay.
Come to Brazil.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go Brazil
tonight. Let's go tonight. Let's leave. Let's tonight. All right. Ask Sandra.
I'm not sure.
Humza Muhammad said, "Ask Sandra who Nadia is the one of the chicks captured by Barkov or women. The sniper. She ain't an operator."
Okay, she's not an operator. She has a great scene with Nadia. Sorry, with Farah. I think she's related to Farah. I think she's one of her sisters. She has a great scene with her there. But honestly, I don't think I can offer any more information because I don't remember.
That's advice.
Camilla L News says you sound like Rocket.
Rocket?
Yeah.
What's Rocket?
Isn't he a fox? Is he a fox at Raccoon?
Oh, Rocket.
Yeah, from Guardians.
That's Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper.
That's good company.
Awesome, Lauren.
Iron Woods. I like that.
Iron Woods. I have compared you a lot to Nolan North on my feed. Because Nolan North feels like such a good friend and offers me so much wisdom, and like he's kind of like an uncle to so many people in the Marvel world, and so I would often say that James C. Burns is like the Nolan North of Call of Duty.
I spent time with both those guys, Troy and Nolan.
Yeah.
But in Fred,
Troy's like that big bro who you like roll your eyes at every once in a while, but Nolan's like, like you almost have like a reverence for him.
I'm reticent to put myself in the same conversation. Those two guys, I pretty much I'm a one-trick pony. It's a big ass trick. No, trust me, it's a huge trick.
Okay,
it's a good trick, and it's done well for me. But I've been on panels with those guys when they get going. Yeah, I can't keep pace.
Me neither.
I just step back. You know what, guys? Go. We were on this thing down at the Staples Center years ago, and we're just kind of messing around. Me and Fred, I think it's Bloom. Michael Bloom is it? Brian Bloom. Anyways, so we're just sitting there, and we started bantering, and those two just.
Oh God, yeah, they're machines.
They hit warp speed. I'm out.
Imagine being on set with them.
Oh,
right, as like that. Like younger sister who's like, let me get into the funny, and then they're just doing fart jokes at each other all day.
Just relentless.
It's so good.
I just you know what? I really understand. That's an extraordinary talent.
Yeah, talent. Yes, I've gotten this too. People want to know your advice on becoming an actor, and we touched on it a little bit.
My advice?
Yes, because I want to hear it too.
3 things. And I was a hockey coach before I did this.
Mm-hmm.
So I base everything on what I know about hockey. Number 1 is, most importantly, the image is you can't build a tree you can't build a tree house on a sapling. You got to have time to evolve and develop. If you didn't spend your youth, like you did, developing your skill, when you hit your 20s, you're going to have to give yourself some patience. That means you need time and space. And that means you better have a way to make a living, because the last thing you want to do is be broke and not having life experiences, because life experiences give you your nuance, your color.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell in a heartbeat when somebody has written a script and they've never been punched in the face. I can tell.
Yeah.
You can just tell.
Yeah.
Or when an actor delivers a line, like you've never been in a fist fight before, because there's a lot, you know, there's an authenticity to it. You understand that moment and you can relive it. If you don't have it, you can try to steal it from another actor or try to steal it from a TV show, but it's secondhand. It's not your original version, you know?
Yeah.
So have a way to make a living and have life experiences. Don't make it the only thing you do. Make it a hobby that you support financially, and let it grow on its own terms. Second thing is find out who you are.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
What do you like? Not what you grew up being told to like, or what's cool, or what you heard in a song once. You know, you must die for your girlfriend to prove you love. No.
Or what your friends like, or who your friends are.
Sometimes it's your school, your family, your friends, your religion, your what you watch on TV, your echo chamber. You gotta step out of that.
Yeah.
You gotta give yourself the freedom to think, to feel different. And the most important thing is vulnerability. You have to let things affect you. And we are trained not to do that. We are trained not to be affected. You know, everyone fierce, hard. You know, you can't get to me. Think of, and especially women, there's such a horrible state for women now, because they're taught to be hard and defiant. Like,
well, because if you're not, then you're too weak to be around the men, right?
But there's a balance. Well, that's not vulnerability. Like, power is the ability to feel like shit and love it. Embrace. There is no bad feeling. There's no bad emotion. They're all here, and we give them importance. Well, feeling this way is more important. No, it's not, because if you don't have this, you're not going to recognize that. The contrast. You got to be living in. You got to see that it's just contrast, and you got to embrace both, because if you don't embrace your darkness, how can you possibly recognize your light?
Oh, one of my best friends in the world is his name is Father Joseph. He's a priest of the Coptic Orthodox Church. One of my best friends, and sometimes I talk to him if I'm feeling really bad or sick or whatever, and I just don't understand how a body can feel this way or whatever. His big thing is embracing suffering. If there's nothing you can do to control it, because that way you get stronger, and you know, then you can overcome it. You know, I think there's a lot of power in that.
I studied. I was struggling for many years, and I went through a lot of different pathways, and I studied Jesuit and Christian philosophy for a long time. And there is a huge misunderstanding about suffering, and you can easily give up your suffering. And that was the whole point of the Christ. Well, this is a long story, but suffering is a choice, because you're suffering because you're not lining up with our true nature. And the idea is that if I am creating my personal value out of something out there, something someone else does, thinks, or says, I'm a slave. I'll be constantly suffering, because I'm depending on this, and I got to control this. All right, if you say this word, then you're bad. Like, well, no, it's just a word. I got to take control of my own thoughts and emotions, and be able to accept what it is and embrace it as just somebody else's journey. If somebody you know is saying some horrible, like, you know, online they say horrible shit. It's not. You know what? That's their position. So I'm not going to join them in their suffering. It's a choice. You know, if you see horrible things happening around the world, you can take it on as personal, but it's not your suffering. We get to choose. And even our physical ailments, like, all right, it's what is it? You know, is it physical suffering? Yeah, it's a vibration. It's a vibration. Accept the vibration.
Right.
You know, and I know that sounds very, you know, I don't know what to call it, but
I mean, it's hard, right? It's hard, but
it's a life's work. It's
right,
a life's work.
exactly.
And what's beautiful about our job, and why it's, I'm going to tell a secret here now, is that we get paid to work on this stuff.
Yeah.
Self-discovery is an actor's journey.
Yeah.
And if I can do it with enough integrity and enough higher thought, it becomes a lifelong work of self-discovery that you get paid for.
Yeah.
Never worked a day in my life. It's like I'm getting paid to go to school.
Yeah.
To learn about who I am.
Because this all makes you who you are, and then that goes back into your craft, right? Like you said, you can tell the actors who've never been punched in the face, who've never felt a hard day in their life. Yeah. You can tell. I learned too the hard way, right? That in comedy and just in developing my own sense of humor, I was kind of just trying to do what other people thought was funny. And even though I didn't understand it, everyone in my class spoke kind of almost a different language.
Yeah.
Until, you know, there's this one coach I had who's now a friend of mine. His name's Drew Uday Singh, who's on Good Trouble. He's a great actor, who used to teach me, you don't speak their language. What's your language? What do you think is funny? That's who you are, and that's your sense of humor.
Yep.
And if you're not doing that, then you're not fucking funny.
Yeah. The craft of this is creating context. Craft is, how do you create an instant context with somebody? They can stand. I tried that I did that a little bit back in New York. It's fun. I just don't want to put the work into it. I was busy being a hockey coach, but I always create your own context. What is your space? And as an actor, you have to become the context when you walk in the room. And what I mean by context is, why is something important? You know, you write a song, you write a joke, you got to create the context that joke lives in, so people understand. You know, humor is basically when yes and no meet each other. Like when something's yes and no, like it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. It's yes and no at the same time. Yeah. So you got to create the context where yes and no can come together. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And so that's the craft. I think. Yeah. You know, for me, that's the craft. With songwriting, same thing. You have a limit. You have three places you can create context. You can create it by the chord structures, the sound you make, by the lyric content, but more importantly, by the delivering of the understanding of what you're trying to get across. So that's how, and I try to create a sonic context where this thing comes across. Here's a message here. Yeah. So. Yeah. Hey, it's all the way. It's at the end of the day, it's all about how you feel and what you're making other people feel. So if it's nothing, it's all worth it. Let's lighten it up. But Sandra, what was your favorite Ms. Marvel one-liner? Oh my gosh. You said that. That's a great line. Oh my gosh. That's my own. I love that. I think anything that has anything to do with ice cream. She's got a bunch of lines about ice cream with her dad. I don't remember now, but I'm sure you can find them. Let's see. Liquid Tank. What do you two value the most? Could be things like compassion, knowledge, or even duty. Pun. As far as I know, Sarge values understanding pretty highly. Yes. My motto is seek to understand, not to be understood. Do you have seek to understand, not to be understood? Yeah, for me, it's like if I seek understanding, I gain more than forcing people to see my way. Seek to be understand as opposed to seek to understand other people as opposed to make sure people understand you. Sandra, you better know what I'm like. All right, if I try to understand your point of view, I now expand my universe. If I demand you conform to my idea, then my world shrinks because I'm just looking at an ever shrinking idea about myself. But if I try to reach out and say, okay, what does she mean by that? Right. Why am I reacting to that? Like I'm self-observing as I talk to you. How am I reacting to that? Why? So you have a lot. When I try to absorb and understand what's out there and understand it without making it my definition, then I expand infinitely because now I can learn from everything. Every bird that flies by, I can learn something. I love that. I love that because I think if you're really trying to understand everything and everyone's point of view,
then you won't drive yourself crazy
And you're
trying
open.
to change everything.
And you're open to like adapting to what's like adaptation. You know?
Yeah.
Every time we take a step, we have to adapt. Our body adapts.
Yeah.
So why not emotionally? Why not, even spiritually, psychically, if I don't go that direction? See what comes, man. See how it comes.
Yeah. Keeping it on the Marvel thing, I really do love the good isn't a thing you are, it's a thing you do. And just trying to do good every step of the way. It's hard, but always kind of choosing doing the bad thing is easy sometimes, getting angry and, yelling at someone on the freeway, shouting, that does affect others, but it also affects you. And doing the good is hard, but it really pays off.
Well, the thing is this, and this is where I get into really fun conversations. Good and bad are subjective.
Right. What is good to me?
Well, but that still is subjective. It's like good is I love chocolate cake. That's good. But man, it doesn't help me.
You're right.
Oh, I love the feeling of being hammered, but man, the hangover so it's a never-ending journey of personal definition. What is good?
True. And we're all on different moral compasses, right? No, you're right. I think, well, also we talked about this too. Finding joy through everything, but like you're right, I find joy through chocolate cake every morning, but my body won't. So, it's all, we're just ever evolving, I guess, and just
we
learn
have
from
choices.
Everything. Yeah.
We have choices.
Yeah.
Question. Let's see, Sandra, who or what is your ideal role?
Okay. So, I mentioned this at the last Call of Duty stream. First of all, I don't like musicals. But I love Hair, the musical. Hair, the American tribal love rock musical with the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Give me a head with hair.
Long, beautiful hair. I love that musical because it introduced me to psychedelic music, rock music, real music, good music for me, I think. And my ideal role is Burger, who is a male role, but he's just my favorite character of all time. He's just so wild and free. That's right now. As far as like, I talk about this all the time, and I don't think it's only because I'm in love with him, but Rami Malek has such a marvelous career. I would love to, play the lead of a sci-fi show like Mr. Robot, and then, he played a pharaoh too, along with, in a Ben Stiller movie. He has such a wonderful career, and now he's in 007 playing a villain, and he's beautiful, and he's going to marry me one day. He doesn't know that.
He does now.
Maybe SARGE'S Corner community, you let him know. Sandra, would you be down for doing some work for Miss Marvel outside of the Avengers game? Yes, maybe a Miss Marvel animated TV show. Actually, I do play Miss Marvel in the animated show Spidey and His Amazing Friends. But yes, absolutely, I would be down to play her anywhere.
Forrest asks, Sandra, is any character or role you would love to play? And have a nice day, both of you. Thank you for this, Forrest. Thanks for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. It means I can afford to buy more water.
Is there any character or role you would love to play? I think, we did talk about Hair, but I would love to be on a single cam comedy show like The Office or Parks and Rec.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. God, yeah.
Any role, any of them.
Yeah. Well, working is great. We love working.
We love working. Are you gonna watch? Let's see. Anything else we got here? You're beautiful. Thank you. That was for James.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Camilla L News has a tattoo of that quote. Good isn't a thing you are; it's a thing you do.
Let's see.
You're on Cameo, right, James?
I am. I have a Cameo account, James C Burns Cameo.
Yeah.
And I'm on Memo as well.
Ah.
This is the European version. Let's see. Andrew thinks you were absolutely perfect as Ms. Marvel. Let's see. Talk about Noah North here. Let's see. Get into sounds like California. Parker.
Checking you guys out. Yeah.
Well, actually, Hashem, it's not. It's Sergeant Woods. It's not Captain Woods. But okay. Yeah. I usually, do you get? I get busted more often than not, especially when I start talking because I have a distinctive voice.
Oh.
So I get busted as Woods a lot.
I haven't gotten caught yet.
No.
I don't think. I mean, I don't know. No one's hit me up yet.
Yeah. Because I've had that. I've been like standing in a movie theater and a line getting coffee and.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember, especially not so much. A little bit now, but back in 13, 14, I remember I was down at the theaters down there, the Grove.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going into a movie and I'm standing there and I go, all right, look at the butter. And this kid's looking at me like, and Woods and I, we look like the energy's there, but the face is a little bit different. But same structure. They just made them.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
They do face scans for you.
Yeah, they scan my whole body. So it's my body.
Oh my God.
So the shoulders, the legs, it's always me. And the way he moves, it's built on my frame, my chassis. So, I move like him, like, the same manners. This is my, that's what the character's based on it. Yeah, I got good. How big's that Diet Coke? Give me that. And this kid's looking at me like, I look at him and I go, says, nah, baby. And
oh my God.
And he just, nah, and he ran out. And this is like a big line of tea. He ran out and I kind of cracked up, right?
Oh, that's funny.
And I get my popcorn. And then in comes like 30 kids with, Woods, hey, you're Woods.
Oh my God.
And it's like people looking around like, I thought they might have thought like I had a bunch of kids I wasn't paying child support to. Dad, you give us money. And people are looking at me. I'm like,
they call CPS on you.
I don't know.
Thing.
I hadn't really dealt with that level of visibility in public. Like Comic-Cons and but not at a theater.
Yeah.
Trying to go to see a movie and hey guys, the movie starts. I get out of here. And
I forget it is your face too. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
That's one thing they didn't face scan me for Kamala. As far as I know that, so like a lot of the SARGE'S Corner Cup, a lot of the Marvel games folks are my friends, and like I hang out with them. And every once in a while, I'll say something a little geeky, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's so Kamala! You guys, did you hear what she said?" I get that a lot. Every once in a while, like I'll be up in my mom's business, and she'll be like, "That sounds like your character to me." But who? Weirdly, this is kind of so. When I was first announced at New York Comic Con at the Madison Square Garden, it was such a big deal.
Yeah.
And that was 2019, right before, everything. And I ran into AOC on the street. And I was like, I got out of my friend's car. My friend was like, go chase after her, go say hi. And I was like, okay. And I ran up to her and I was like, oh, hi. My name's Sandra, and whatever. You're AOC. And she was like, yeah. Oh, what are you here for? Are you here for Comic-Con? I was like, yeah. I'm here for the Avengers, announcement. And she was like, oh, are you in it? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, stop it. I was like, yeah, I play Miss Marvel. She's like, are you Sandra Saad? I was like,
wow.
You know who I am?
That's a moment.
And she goes, can I take a picture with you? I was like, you want a picture? AOC wants a picture with me? And she was like, yeah. And so she took a picture on her phone and I took a picture with mine. And she was like, just don't post it on the internet. And I was like, why? And she's like, people aren't a big fan of me and I don't want to destroy your career. I was like, oh, shit. But that's awesome.
So here's one for you. I don't think you're Indian.
No, I'm Egyptian.
Yeah, she's Egyptian. But
we're close.
Are you a Muslim?
No.
Okay. So go ahead. Sandra,
as an Indian boy, I have a question. How did your parents handle you wanting to become an actor? Oh, well, tough. Because actors struggle, right? It's never, it's never a secure thing. Having like the next job, you're always waiting, and it's hard. And my mom didn't want me to struggle this way. And your parents love you. So, I mean, my mom loves me very much and doesn't want me to have it hard. She's like, you're smart. You can go to school and be a pharmacist like all your friends. Everyone I know is a pharmacist. And she's like, you can have it easy. You can work 9 to 5, have a paycheck every week, not depend on anyone. My mom's very independent, but that also comes with its own struggles, and she didn't want me to struggle like her. So she just wanted me to have a steady paycheck, and so I was like, Mom, well, I work really hard, so you don't have to worry. And I make my money like the same way that other actors make their money. We hustle, right?
To the day she died, my mother and most of the people I know from when I grew up have no idea what I do. Even though I'm on TV all the time. My mother, you've heard the story. If I tell you, it's because it's funny. So, God, it might have been 2000. I think it was. I can't remember. It was. I got a call from my mother, and she said at a family function, she says, Jim, Burns, listen, I got you. I got your cousin Teddy here. What's that pinball game you play? I go, what? that pinball game you played you played pinball on TV. What's that? I go, pinball. Do you mean the video game? Yeah, the pinball game.
Oh, not play. The Who song.
The pinball game. I mean, Call of Duty. Yeah. Talk to your cousin Teddy about it.
Oh,
and she had no clue.
Yeah.
It just didn't resonate what it was with her. I go, Mom, where do you think that car came from?
Hey, it's still sweet, right? They want to still be involved in the ways that they can be. My mom, when Avengers came out, as soon as it came out, she went to the Disney store at the mall to try to find my character. And she's like, Sandra, you're not Captain Marvel. And I was like, no, I know I'm not. And she was like, they don't have your character. What's wrong with this store? I'm going to go to another. And she just kept going to Disney stores. And I was like, Mom, you won't find her yet. Eventually she found her at Target, and she was so excited.
Of course she's excited.
Yeah.
So do you see the COD franchise evolving to adapt to future and emerging trends? I think that he's talking about a bit of diversity and inclusion, because the Vanguard is the first Call of Duty title to actually place a person of color as the lead character.
Oh.
Yeah.
Claudia Dumet, is that her last name? Who played Farah in Warfare? She was a lead.
Well, I talk about this in terms of a leadership role. I mean, the women have been given that. Anyways, there's trends now in the game to raise, and I know there's going to be a lot of in the Asian market is going to become very popular with creating Asian characters to the level of like a Mason in my world, or just the dominant characters are going to be a different, more diversity now.
Right.
So that's happening, and that's, sure, why not?
I thought by trend we meant like clothing trends. Not. I don't ever think diversity should be a trend, but it is good that we're evolving.
No Name says, Sandra, in English class, we literally had to read Ms. Marvel, and now you're on the stream. What a coincidence.
Oh my God. You had to read Miss Marvel in English class? What an incredible English class. I had to read what did I have to read? Clockwork Orange, which was also incredible.
Oh my God, yeah.
My teacher was great. Mr. David Castro.
Zach, he's my buddy Zach. He's a former military. He's a buddy of mine. Go ahead.
Do either of you have a particular formative experience / time period that you draw from when acting? Did that influence a particular scene or performance? My director, Sean Askai, noticed that I was pretty similar to Kamala already, and he wanted to draw from that as much as possible. And so every once in a while we'd have talks about, well, when have you felt this way? When have you felt that you were an other? And because, Kamala feels like an other a lot in the game. And so it's really nice to have those talks with your director and to be able to draw from your real life. But of course, I have played many other roles that are nothing like me and that I could not relate to. But you try in whatever ways you can to relate. But then that's where you do your reading, right, into the time period. I was in Deathloop, and there was a lot of influence from the late 60s and early 70s, and I love that time period so much. I'm watching Brady Bunch right now, FYI. I'm a big Zeppelin fan. A lovely lady. I love that show right now. But yeah, I think that's my favorite time period. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, also my character in Deathloop was on LSD all the time. Love it. Anything here?
Let's see. All right.
Yeah, I would like to meet you guys too. I really would. I went to one Comic-Con in New York. But as things start to happen again, I would love to do more. We should have a table or something at Comic-Con.
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to.
We'll figure that out.
We're working there with Jeff. There's a lot of stuff we can do.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Mitchell can see you they can see you in the office.
Thank you.
I definitely see you in the office. Yeah.
If y'all can see Mindy Kaling in the office, y'all can see me in the office. Okay. We're completely different, but still, right, I love her.
Got it, Jordan. You got it, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. Sandra.
If you could be James for a day and James could be Sandra for a day, what would y'all do? And time for an obligatory dad joke. What did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing. It just waved. Oh, I love that. Thanks, Lieutenant.
We have this thing, the dad joke thing.
Oh.
And they just start. Now we just open the floodgates. Now they're gonna start rolling in. So go ahead. If you could be me for a day, what would you do?
I would honestly I would walk like places that I normally would not feel safe walking around, because you're like, people are afraid of you. People could be no one's afraid of me. So I would probably just walk downtown and at night. That's what I would do if I were you. Nothing too crazy.
If in a million years, if you asked me to write 100 things expecting you to say, I would not have picked that one.
Really?
Of all the things, if
I could walk anywhere now, it has to be during the day, right? Because I'm a small woman.
Really?
Yeah.
You feel that vulnerable in life?
Yeah. It's just not safe. It's not safe for me to walk around at night. We get catcalled and all kinds of things. You got to run away from people.
You've had to run away from people?
Yes. James, don't you know what it's like being a woman?
I'm sorry, I don't. I have.
You've never experienced it?
I've run away from people before, but that's.
Oh yeah.
I've definitely had to run away from people.
Gotten chased.
I got chased. Yeah, shot at, chased.
I haven't gotten shot at yet, but yeah, I mean, from like people, you're walking down the street and people pull up and like harass you, and then you got to just like go into whatever public place you can find until they go away. It's a whole thing. So I would just walk around at night.
How often does that happen?
I mean, I try not to walk around at night by myself, but whenever I do, usually.
Interesting. I wouldn't have thought that. It has totally reset what I would do if I were you.
Oh, really?
Well, because mine.
Oh yeah, you want to be safe.
If I were you, I'd go out and get a CCW and I'd get a gun and I carry a gun. I'd walk every fucking place. I can't say that. That's me. Yeah. That's if I had me to be you.
Also, if you were me, those things are heavy.
So okay, I'll try that. That's a really good actor thing you just did. You actually went into like the whole thing, not just.
Yeah.
So how would I do that with you?
Thanks for this question.
It's a great question. Narcs is amazing. He's my OT. He helps with the channel.
All right on.
What would I do if one does you? You have I would use the superpower you have because you're charming, you're attractive, and you're fearless.
Aww.
And I would approach the people that I want to collaborate with, because you had this smile and you're just very disarming. And so if I had that, I would take that and approach all the people I want to get to know and start collaborations with.
Oh, thanks.
So that's your superpower. I'm
gonna take that and I'm gonna meditate on that. Thank you. I was with a friend
It's funny. Yours you're describing to me because I'm scary. So I'm scary.
No, you're just
but that's the thing. I work really hard at being non-threatening, because if I don't smile, I'm a scary looking dude, man. I have a demeanor.
Yeah.
You know? So
With that cigar too.
oh shit.
Yeah, where's your cigar?
Hang on a second. I thought something was missing. You want water?
Yes, please. Y'all got him going home. Okay, let me see if I've got anything on here. Any questions from my Insta people? Oh, you guys, I put James's Instagram live on and I just like set it in front of him. I don't know if he's looking at it, but it's on.
You want these?
Ooh, yes. We got
Water here if you
kombucha.
want to.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, I'm back. You want a cigar?
I'm good, thank you. What was I gonna? Well, it's interesting that you say that.
Say what? You want a cigar?
No, that if you were me, you would ever so charmingly approach whoever you wanted to approach. Yesterday, I was with a friend writing some comedy, and then he ran into someone that he knew, and I very quickly clocked in my head, oh my gosh, whoever that guy is so cute, and I got nervous and I walked away. So I wouldn't. It's funny that you would take advantage of this charm and I run away from it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Knox, great question.
Either of you heard Hell Broke Luce by Tom Waits? Also playing Avengers right now.
I love Tom Waits.
I love Tom Waits very much.
Let's see. Frank Woods and Marvel crossover mini show would pay a fortune to see. Woods telling his stories to Kamala. Yeah.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sarge is a steak and Sandra is a pork chop.
Take it as a compliment.
Okay.
Take it as a compliment.
I will stick with the ribeye. Sandra and Sarge, would you guys play as Spartans in Halo given the opportunity? Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Come on.
Yeah, for sure. Also, hey Sarge.
Let's see. Bean. Let's see. Is the Ivis on? Are you on Spotify?
No, we're recording our album right now, so we will be possibly next year. You can hear the Kamala Khan now. Yeah, as soon as I start geeking out. Bruh, being a pharmacist and even learning how to be one is tough work. Yeah, it's amazing to see that you're doing what makes you happy. Thank you so much.
Gulag is one of the original members of the community from back when we started in 2019.
Oh wow.
Priscilla, yeah, she's been around.
Awesome,
yeah, we've had a lot of transformations. We've gone through literally hundreds and hundreds of the community's getting bigger and bigger and just kind of spins around. And it's like it's a great community.
Yeah.
I mean, they do a lot of support for each other. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Do you have any expectation for that? Are you hang on. Are you tracking any Call of Duty stuff?
No. All I know really, because I have Laura Bailey, and I know each other from, or have worked with each other on Avengers, and I just saw her posting that she's in Vanguard, so
right.
That's all I know about it. Looks exciting. Pinball Wizard. Yep.
Do you have a favorite encounter from Comic-Con? Camilla wants to know.
Yes, I do. There was one gal who had pink hair, dark like fuchsia hair, who was trying to get in to see one of the what are they called? It's not the signing, like whatever, like when we're talking on the panel. It's a panel. She was trying to get in, and I didn't see her then. There were so many people there, and I think I only saw her hair because it was bright pink. And then there was another panel that I was doing that same day, and they were rushing me off, and I felt like such a celebrity, right? I was being rushed off the same way that Chris Evans was being rushed off at the same place, and everyone was moving me around, and I think she was trying to talk to me, and I saw her trying to talk to me, and I was like, okay, guys, give me a second, I want to talk, and they're like, no, then everyone's gonna rush you, got to get you out of here. You don't know what it's like to be rushed by
Yeah.
fans, and I was like, let me have it. I love
I want
it.
to be rushed.
I want to talk to everyone. They're like, no.
I'm afraid to walk downtown at night, but bring me a crazy mob
Hey,
that sample me.
there was lights on, so it was fine. And you know, there was a lot of security, so whatever. Anyway, so they rushed me off because also I was late to my next panel. So I showed up, and then we did the panel, and she was there in the front row, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna talk to her. And they're like, Sandra, remember, we're gonna rush you off as soon as. And I was like, no, I'm gonna stay. And I stuck to my guns, and I stayed and to talk to her. And I pulled her to the side, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to say hi. I know we were trying to talk at the last panel. And then she started crying, and she was like, I just want to say thank you so much for bringing this character to life. And I can't believe that you look the way you look. I thought you were going to just like, you know, look different than me, because her and I looked similar. And it really meant a lot to her to have that representation. It was another, you know, woman of color, and she was really excited, and she loved the character so much. She brought her comics, and we started talking, and I started tearing up, and then I got yanked away. But
Yeah.
but that meant a lot to me, just to kind of like have that moment person to person with her. And then something similar also with a member of the community named Khaled Brooks. If you're out there, hello. He cosplays as Miles Morales a lot, and I met him at New York Comic Con, and I like thought he was Miles Morales. Like, he looked exactly like him, and then he added me on Twitter, and we've kind of been in touch ever since. But I love the members of the community so very much. One here pro tip: if your fire alarm isn't working again, morph your arm and punch it like Miss Marvel. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very tall, so I will take that tip.
Does this make sense to you?
That was actually me on that Prison Break mission.
Did you play for her? Is that? Yeah, it's.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's confusing yourself sometimes. Well, okay. So, what would you be if I'm a pork? You don't know what the T-bone steak thing is about? Okay.
No, I don't.
All right. So
a lot of inside jokes here.
Yeah, well, it's a community. So back when when Cold War came out, there was this line that they said, it's really out of the woods character that is familiar to people. They kind of stole a line from Shrek. So there's this woods goes, the new woods goes, I'm an onion. Yeah, I'm an onion. You should know that, Mason. And it was
Oh,
so,
that's why you have an onion.
Yeah, it was just so out of it was just so out of character.
Yeah.
And we just started shitting on it. It became a meme. It became it had songs on it. And so when I go, I'm not Woods is not an onion. He's a goddamn T-bone steak.
Oh.
You know? And it became like a meme, so that's why it's a T-bone steak.
Okay. Then I'll take pork chop. All right.
Yeah. You can be a ribeye.
I'm a ribeye.
She's a ribeye. Come on, look at this. No, you're a fillet.
Really?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
No, you're a ribeye.
A ribeye?
I like it. Has a little fillet. Has a little. Yeah, you're a ribeye.
I got fat on the bones.
Oh, you're a ribeye.
A ribeye.
We got that. All right. Let's see. Can what Miss Marvel wield a what?
Mjolnir.
That's the rounded sword.
No, that's the hammer. Thor's hammer.
Okay.
No, she cannot. Only Thor, my friend. And I guess now.
Narcs, sorry, man, I'm not gonna let you pay. You can't do it. So one day, mate. One day when you're rich and famous, you can take us out for a steak.
Man really offered an Avenger a cigar. That's funny.
What is that?
You offered me a cigar, and
Yeah.
I'm an Avenger.
So
They thought it was funny.
Avengers don't smoke.
I guess they don't think, because it's a Disney thing.
Yeah. Try one.
Sure.
We need a picture. We need a picture of you
Trying to figure out a cigar.
Just taste it. You don't flip it on. Just taste it. Just taste it.
Do you light? No, you don't light it?
Ever.
Ever?
Ever. Just taste it. See if you like the taste.
Yeah. But you don't hold it like this.
Yeah.
Right?
Just hold it like it fits. Taste it. It kind of like it tastes kind of sweet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting too much spit on it.
But it's your cigar now.
Okay,
I'm not taking it back.
This is COVID, people.
Well, no, the spit is. Well, that's why I have the alcohol here. That's what.
Oh, because of COVID.
No, but it's actually when you do that, it creates a it's a taste and it's calming.
Yeah.
It's calming. It's like that's why I have them. People, I've never smoked. I've smoked them once or twice, but I don't like smoking it off.
Look at me. I got a cigar.
We need a picture of that.
Yeah.
What else we got going? Oh my God, we've been doing this for almost an hour and a half.
Hell yeah.
All right. So
Doesn't feel like it.
We should put a tag on. Okay, we're going into noon, and that's it. If you want something signed, go over to Streamily.
Yeah.
Can you tune it to Streamily? Can you get it on the computer and see if you have any orders and we sign them online?
Fingerprint.
Hmm?
Fingerprint.
Let's see.
I like this.
There you go. No, hang on.
Oh yeah, the sirens. You guys, the LA sounds are lots.
Well, you guys are used to this with me, anyways.
Oh no, I don't think I have any yet.
Okay. It's all right. Figure it out. They're lost. Right. That's an offensive weapon.
Huh?
Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, we would too.
Yeah, we would too.
Dog, how you doing, buddy? Dog's here. It's one of my old timers. That's what we got. We're about 20 minutes behind on the feed. This feed is like,
are we?
We're like way behind on the feed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm speed forward. We're like so far behind the feed.
Sandra's gonna get addicted to the taste. What have you done, James? You've turned a sweet, innocent woman into a badass motherfucker. What time is it there? It is 11:30 here. Cigarillos are mega smooth. Damn, Sarge, you're gonna get Kamala some bad lungs. You guys are funny.
Let's see. Light it up. No.
Nurse Ratchet. Miss Marvel has noodle arms. She can't hold it.
Let's see. There's Bessie. Where's my onions? Yes. You ever read comic books?
Yeah. I like comic books.
Let's see. A halal pork chop. She's not. I don't know what you.
It's okay.
I don't know what you are. That's
Good. Let's keep it that way.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, thank you, Ayed. Thank you.
Is it Ayed?
I think so. Is it Ayed? Am I with Ayn?
I think he'd be one of my guys from. I have a bunch of kids from Dubai who show up every now and then. And I butcher the names all the time.
I'll be here to try to help. What are your top 3 bands? Okay. I'm currently wearing a Raconteurs shirt because I love
Jack Black.
Jack White.
Jack White's
Jack
Black's
Black's too silly for me.
No. I love the Raconteurs.
You do? Let's go see a show when they play live again.
Raconteurs.
I went to see them right before pandemic started. It was one of the most brilliant shows. They put all the we're playing footsies. Where they put all the phones away, so it was a great concert because you could watch it without the little rectangles all over.
Unbelievable.
Top 3 bands for me. Fawn Fables is like an experimental folk band. I love them very much. Frank Zappa, Led Zeppelin. Hi. How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Rock and roll happening, huh?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
He's got a band.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's great.
Jam.
It's great.
Talking to a neighbor.
Yeah. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Very kind neighbors. I love this area.
This is great.
Yeah.
You get people walking with dogs, My favorite bands, Pink Floyd.
Yes, I almost wore a Pink Floyd shirt today.
Pink Floyd. Let's see. Oh my God, this artist. Today I'm a big fan of the hell is his name? Big fan. I can't remember his name. Jerry Jeff Walker.
Ooh.
You know him? You will.
So.
Oh, well, you will.
Okay.
And then the other one is Spandau Ballet.
Oh, I don't know Spandau
Yeah.
Ballet at all.
You will. You've heard their stuff.
Okay.
It's they sample and steal their stuff all. It's an 80s band.
Okay.
Yeah, I can play. These are just my obscure.
Do you like Johnny Cash? I feel like I love Johnny Cash so much.
You can't. It's like saying, "Do you like drinking water?"
Yeah. Do you like the Beatles?
Well, there are certain icons that you just. How can you not?
Yeah, absolutely.
There are certain. Chris Christopherson.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love.
I saw Chris Christopherson at the Hardly Strictly Bluegrass Festival.
Yeah.
Like 5
great,
years
right?
ago. Yeah.
Just comfortable.
Yeah.
Just comfortable. Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Big fan of Tom Waits.
Joan Baez for me.
Joan.
Yeah.
Joan Baez is great. There's a guy, he's obscure. He's not even alive anymore. Oh my God. Reckless Kelly.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you like Frank Zappa?
Very much.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I spent time with the Zappa family.
Really?
Many Christmases, many Thanksgivings.
Really?
Many times, yeah.
I love them so much. Like
Yeah.
Frank Zappa is a huge inspiration just in the way that I live my life.
When I started playing out very young, Bobby Brown was one of my favorite songs.
Really?
Hey there, people,
Yeah,
I'm Bobby
Bobby
Brown.
Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to talk about this.
Yeah. I had would a lot of time with Gail, especially Gail.
Really?
Yeah. Extraordinary people. Just their extraordinary commitment to art and personal expression.
I went to see Zappa play Zappa way back when Zappa played
Dweezil?
Zappa. Yeah, with Dweezil.
Yeah. Oh,
I always said if I got a dog, I would name it Dweezil.
Yeah.
It's like
the Weasel.
The Weasel. Not as an insult, as like a,
tribute.
It's a tribute. Yeah, because, I would treasure that dog. Any questions on you?
Yeah.
Ring of Fire, for sure.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. And down, 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 the flames went higher.
And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire.
Know what we should do?
Yeah.
That song we should do? Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a peppered sprout.
Oh, yeah.
We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire ran out. And your line is,
to Jackson.
Go on down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your health.
Yeah.
Go understand, you big talking man. Go make a big fool of yourself. I'm going. Yeah.
Jackson.
It's going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I agree. She should be on more. Yes, I
yeah. Look. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Let's see.
If you could actually be one of the characters you have done voice work for, which one would you be?
What's the question?
If you could be one of the characters you did voice work for, which one would you be and why?
I haven't done any characters I really want to be because they're all basically they kill people for a living.
Yeah.
And so, that's this guy. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
I can't. I get the question, but that's kind of backwards. The characters I do are it's me, but it's just I see myself as a spectrum of emotions and thoughts and tendencies, behaviors. So I can do two things. I can amplify certain things, like I have a lot of anger. So that's scary part. So I have that. So or I can transfer. I can switch it up, but I'm not any one thing or any one combination. For me, woods is sort of like and it's a combination. There's some green. It's like a palette. When you go into a paint store and you get a coated palette, this color goes with that. He's kind of a color palette that I store up, and that's a behavioral pattern that I put on and I live through. But never is it, especially the character that I voice. Is there any character I played that I would love to be? No. I like me.
Yeah.
I like me.
You know what? I agree.
I like me.
Yeah. I love that, James. I love that. Often, we put these characters on pedestals sometimes because they're like my character's a hero and we've been through her journey and we look up to her in many ways, but I've been through a lot too, and I've grown a lot too, and I like myself. Hey, Nadia.
Is this an insult? I don't know. Sandra, what a Kahoot in class?
What is a Kahoot? Have you ever won a Kahoot in class? What is a Kahoot? I won most likely to win an Oscar while I was in high school.
Let's see. That's a line from the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought that was an insult.
No.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Mitchell. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, anything you're looking forward to coming up that you can talk about?
It's so funny. Last week, I booked a new game, and I was on the mocap set, but I can't talk about it for 4 years. I was like, hey, when is this announced? They're like, 4 to 5 years from now. I was like, all right. So let's hang on.
I think I know what you're working on.
Ooh, we'll talk later.
I think I know
We'll
what you're
talk.
working on. Yeah.
I'll let you guess, but I won't confirm or deny.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't want you to.
Plays Kahoot. It's a song. Kahoot is a song? I thought musical children's toy. Not sure. Kahoot's a site in which the whole class can join their laptops and compete against one another. Oh, yeah. I have played Kahoot, but not in class. Have I ever won one? No, I don't think I've ever won it. Any questions on here?
Let's see. Dog. GTA 4. Dog. No. We're not answering that question. We can't do that.
Oh, we're guessing games?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
We get.
I don't even know what it's called, bro. Like,
No. Literally, you probably didn't know the title of it, and they probably gave her a fake title because they got to protect this IP so stringently.
or they're probably still working on the title.
Yeah, I didn't forget the title yet. It could be like the Dancing Dogs of Mississippi. I don't know.
Yeah. On Avengers, I think they told me the title my last day. But also, I was like, it can't just be called Avengers. They're like, it is. I was like, oh, all right.
I was in a game that was really big, but they never finished it, and I still can't talk about it.
Oh yeah, that's it. NDAs are serious, man.
And it's like not I finished, but they didn't finish it, and they actually shut down production of it. And I still can't talk about it. It's like, oh man! But I have video of it. I have the live action video of it.
Because you never know if it'll get picked up.
Who knows? Well, it's an IP. It's somebody else's property,
Yeah. Who would Woods kill if he could pick one?
I would kill Hudson. Hudson's a problem. Here's a good question.
Where are you seeing it?
Let's see.
Okay. Besides working as hard as you guys do, what is something that you haven't done that you would like to do, that you would love to do?
My turn? No, ladies first. Ladies first.
Okay.
You're my guest.
So I have done a couple of music tours, but not too seriously. Like I toured the United States a couple times, backup singing and like being personal nanny and makeup artist to a singer. But I would like to tour with my band singing. Because you said aside from acting. So yeah, that's what I would do. Bring some throat coat tea with me. How about you, James?
I have a very distinct vision of doing kind of the same thing.
Yeah?
An arena tour at some point. I visioned 45,000 people singing two of the songs I just wrote. And Zach, you know which ones. And there's one in particular that I think is going to be one of the biggest bar songs that ever come out in the last 10 years. It's just a fun body bar song.
Dang.
And that's professional, but personal. What I would do, I've been watching videos of people in those squirrel suits jumping off of mountains.
Okay.
Thank God that was not around when I was young. Because I would have, that to me, like the first time I jumped out of an airplane, it changed my life. It's just like jumping out of an airplane just made me. It lit something in me that's never gone away. And
I've never done
and that
anything
squirrel
like that.
suit, I just saw a video of a guy. Now they're chasing with drones and shit, like because you can drop this little token, and the drone will follow you. And the new drones can go like 80 or 90 miles an hour. So when you get down, you're topping out about 125 miles an hour on the thing as a wing, and you get to fly. That's. I'm training right now specifically so I can be able to do that in a couple of years. Yeah. And
That's
if I go out,
amazing.
if I don't make it, guess what?
You have a great story.
No, I'll be dead.
Well,
but-
yeah, well,
No,
it's
but
not like you died tying your shoelaces.
yeah, it's like, well, yeah, you can't come. Well, guess what? A funny story. He jumped off a mountain, and he just flew into a wall. So he's gone.
I think that. Do you watch King of the Hill?
No.
I love that show so much. Peggy Hill jumps off a plane and it doesn't work out well. Until I watched that episode, I was really down for that. I was so excited.
In a cartoon, someone died in the cartoon.
She didn't die. She like her she survived it, but her parachute didn't open. And she just hit the ground. I wanted to do that until I watched that episode, and I was like, no, never mind.
That is such a rare occurrence. And if you train well, if you train well, you could actually reach back and pull the fucking chute out. I mean, it's like when you really study it, it's like when you first pick up a gun and you just start studying how it works. No, it's very simple. The idea is we get intimidated in life because we think, there's a saying I have, you're smarter than you know, and you're stronger than you think. So the idea is that take the time, invest in learning things, and when you really understand something, it becomes like tying a shoe.
Yeah.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
Well,
now it is.
Do you remember how
Yeah.
difficult that was?
Yeah.
Now it's nothing. That's all it is.
I remember
You
just
invested.
really making the loops perfect.
We got people here. Meme guy.
Hey, Sandra, can you say hi to my friends, Cheyenne and Lily? Hey, Cheyenne. Hey, Lily. What's up? It's me, Sandra Saad, aka Miss Marvel.
Damn it, Dale.
Oh, damn it, Dale.
Dark. Any band advice for Dark?
Any band advice? Practice, practice, practice. Never let those calluses go away. Yeah, get together with your band as much as possible. Especially, like make time. I was with a band way back who practiced 3 hours 3 times a week. So 3 hours a night, 3 times a week. And they were the tightest band. We were so tight. And then now I live next door to my bandmate, and we write all the music ourselves, and we really love it. Like the heart is in it more so than this other band, but we just don't make the time to practice at all. So, so we need that practice.
Yeah. The thing is, like, chemistry solves many problems.
Mm-hmm.
And there's my players, bands to me are, I miss being in a band because I miss doing something with people.
Yeah.
I used to as a team sport guy, hockey player, right? And the best teams are when you're playing for everybody else. So when your mission is to make everyone play better. Like you're like, as a hockey player, you want to make it easy for your teammate to pass to you, or you want to make sure that you're trying to support 4 guys, and don't worry about whether you get a goal or not. Your job is to fill in holes and make things work for everybody else.
Yeah.
Because the difference is this: if I'm playing for myself, maybe a couple good things happen, but it's one man trying to steal from his teammates. If I am playing for everybody else and I have faith, now I got 4 people playing. I think it's 5 guys on the hockey team.
Mm-hmm.
They got 4 people playing for me because we're all playing for each other. Now, instead of having you own yourself, you have the synergy of 4 people. And with bands, I always found that when I play to enhance the other person's performance, and it's reciprocated, there's something. It's just now 1 + 1 is 6.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sitting trying to get. You know, I'm trying to get. You know, I've been in bands where people were like, you know, the drummer's trying to be heard, and he's trying to, you know, and everyone's almost playing again.
Exactly.
You can be tight as hell doing that. You can find it, but if you're not playing for each other, if you're not trying, if the bass is not trying to find, you know, support. You know,
then there's no groove.
Yeah,
you need to gel, man.
You start supporting each other, like, you know, when the bass and the drummer kind of lock in, and then, you know, guitar's trying to find her place, and it's like, wow, that's when it's magic.
Exactly.
That's when it never stops. It never, like, you can play all day, and my fingers never get sore.
Cause you're not thinking about that.
Well, because I'm not working.
Yeah. You've been in those bands, right, where the guitar player just wants to hear themselves. And
crank the amp, you know, it's like.
And then the singer can't hear herself, and then everyone's just fighting. No, just gel, groove, play all the time.
Yep. Let's see, Teddy, how you doing, kid? She's in Germany. She's got she's got a little boy who thinks I'm his grandfather.
How are you, Sandra?
Off the Hours podcast is a great podcast. They're friends of mine.
Oh,
they're amazing. Yeah, they a couple of Irish lads.
Yeah.
Gerard is the national archery champion of Ireland.
Oh, cool.
Badass. He's total badass.
Yeah.
He's short though. You don't want to be short. And he's Irish. You know.
It's okay. I'm short as heck.
Yeah. Hope so, Jordan. We'll see. Maybe today.
Any questions here? But yeah, my feed's just guessing the game.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. Oh my God, we're an hour and 46 in, so we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it exactly. We had 9 minutes left, so get your questions in.
9 minutes.
If you want to get your something signed by the lovely Sandra Saad, she's right here. She signed it for you right now.
She brought posters. What do I got? Oh, this is the Kamala, the baby Kamala that we talked about. The one that's like.
Let's see. We're flying through this stuff here. So, okay, Ghost Hunter. If you could create a superhero, what name and abilities would it be?
What name and ability? You take it.
No, guess first. Guess first.
My ability would be superhuman intelligence. That might drive me crazy. It might, but I want it anyway. And for the name, I don't know. Give me a minute.
No. You got it.
Okay.
Be brave. Spit it out.
Hmm.
It's only there forever in the universe. What you say?
No pressure. Doctra.
Ooh, Doctra.
Yeah.
Doctra.
Yeah, like Dr.
like it.
Sandra, but I like it. I would keep my name, my real name. How about you?
What's superpower?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of responsibility in this one. I can manifest my thoughts instantly.
Ooh. Yeah. I sit on my thoughts a lot before they're fully formed.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Many people do.
Yeah, just like taking 5 minutes to come up with that.
What will we call him? George.
Okay. Is it after like St. George?
No, just
Because
George.
St. George comes quickly.
Easy to say, George.
Scarlet Jade.
Ooh, Scarlet Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Henry Gillette Gaming.
Oh.
What?
Ayed says his name is pronounced the way that you say it.
Eyad.
Eyad.
Okay. Did I just mess it up again?
No, I did.
Happy birthday, Nestor, turning 33.
Happy birthday, Nestor.
Ooh, okay, Uncle. Henry, you met Henry last week. He said hi to his nieces.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Henry.
All right. So, question from Henry. What's up, Uncle Wood, Sandra? What game do you think has the best actor performances? I think Avengers, and there's this girl named who plays Ms. Marvel, and I think that's phenomenal.
I agree.
And you have no idea what I do. You never seen my games. Don't even say it.
I won't. I'm not even gonna
You
pretend.
have no idea
No.
what I do and how I do it. So don't even.
I know how you do it. I've heard about how you do it.
But don't even act like you know what Woods is about, because there's nothing about you that makes you understand like what Woods has done. It's like it's funny.
You know who I like a lot? I like Naj Jeter, who plays Miles Morales in the Miles Morales game. He's really cool, and I like his performance a lot.
Let's see. I'm not picky, dude. I'll take anything. I don't know enough about the Marvel universe to give an intelligent answer, but if someone sees me or something, I'll jump in. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I used to be pretty precious about that,
Yeah.
and then I realized that all these other people were working together to pick.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, well, it's my ego against everyone else's decision.
What's your favorite role, Chandra?
Let's see. You know who I like a lot is Michael Scott from The Office.
Mm-hmm.
I like him so much. Oh gosh, and Ron Swanson on Parks and Rec.
Oh, come on.
Stop
He
it.
is such when you meet him, have you met him?
Yes, I have.
There's not much difference
No.
between what's on camera. I love when that happens when
Mhm.
the character you see him playing is like, wow, he didn't go very far for that, did he?
Well, the writing is adjusted too.
Well, that's 100%.
Yeah.
But everything he does, he was in one of the seasons of True Detective,
Mm.
and he was that. The same thing. He's just a very, and I understand that he does. We talked very briefly, but he's a carpenter.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He makes furniture.
Mm-hmm. I bought some things from his store before.
Yeah.
I saw Nick Offerman do a comedy show with his wife Megan Mullally at the Wiltern, and he had just injured his leg, and he saw someone texting in the front row, and he ripped him a new one. I loved it. I was like, hell yeah! You like how disrespectful.
What did he say?
He's like, man, I can't believe that you spent so much money to sit in the front row and then fuck up my show that way. And he's like, look, everyone around you can see your neon rectangle in your hands. Get the fuck out. And he kicked him out.
Good for him.
I loved it. I loved it. I wish more people would do that.
Let's see. Rodolfo, they're all the same to me, man. It's like one. I've been doing it for 11 years. It's just one long game. Black Ops 1, 2, and then 4. Plus, I got to write a lot of it too. So it's just one long experience for me. I don't have a favorite. It's just that, you know. Have you ever been to the UK?
I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to the UK.
I was there a couple of years ago on a USO tour. We spent time at.
We got to talk about that.
Bunch of airports, and it's great. Yeah, we're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff and I maybe you can help me get that together.
Yeah.
All right.
Lots of plans.
All right. So Mario, I remind you of what? Your English teacher? Good. I'm glad. I always felt I'd be an English teacher. Uh-huh. It's go. Oh, Ghost Hunter, thank you so much.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, Ghost Hunter, we're about to go to. We've been doing this long enough. We are. Hey. Oh, greetings from Norway. All right. Hello, Norway.
What's up, Norway?
I played hockey in Norway. I'm a big fan of Norway. I played hockey in that rink that's inside the mountain, and I played hockey in their rink that's an upside down boat. And I went to the Viking Museum, and it was the best things I ever did. The Viking Museum. I think I was a Viking in a past life.
I feel that.
Yeah, you feel that?
I can feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. I had swords and shit.
Yeah.
Jumping,
You
screaming.
slaying people.
You know, eating raw fish. You know, it's like, I just have this thing. You know.
Are you a big sushi fan?
I am. No, I like Japanese food. I don't like raw fish, but
Mm.
like California rolls. But I like all the different, but I love teriyakis and I love wagyu. And,
Do you like fishing? Do you like going fishing?
I grew up fishing.
Yeah.
I basically, we ate and something like things were kind of weird growing up. Like there was money, but not a lot of money, and we augment our summer and winter trout fishing. Yeah, I grew up on a river, and I knew since I was like 5. I knew every nook and cranny on the river, so I know where the trout were all year long. So and people would follow me around to try to find my fish because I used to torture guys. Like I was really good at it. I just and I said I'd always catch my limit, like 12 trout, and I put them on a string, right? And I would walk and be this old guys at this bar, and they'd be sitting outside, and they go, "Where the hell'd you get those?" I don't know. I found them. I got a story. So one day, we had gone down to Boston to go deep sea fishing, and I caught a little sand shark, about this big. Now, in retrospect, it's fucking cruel what I did, but so I kept it. And basically, sharks are tough, man.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to kill a shark. So we took it and we put it in my father was him. The guy went with my father, myself, and some other guy he used to work with. They were fucking hammered. So I take the cooler, put some salt, and I put the shark in the cooler. And I to get off the boat, and I take it home with me. And so I said every Saturday morning I do the same fishing routine. I walk the river, then I walk around. I leave at 6 a.m. I walk there, fish for 5 or 6 hours, and walk by the bar that's down the street from my house on the way up. And all the drunks be out there. They would wait for me. Let's see how I did. Where'd you get that? Got it down to the chapel. Bullshit. I go, no, the chapel, because I said I lied to him. So this time, just because I had this, had this mission for me, I took the shark, and it was still kind of like it's almost like a day later, right?
Yeah.
It's still kind of alive, and so I went down there and I kind of put the shark on the string, and I walk up the street with the shark on the string, and it's heavy, like maybe like 18 pounds, and I'm a little guy, I'm like maybe 10, 11, and I walk up, and they're watching me. Hey, look at me! I go, Jesus Christ! And they're all jumping. I go, yeah, I got it down in the jungle. There's a place called the Jungle. All the weeds. You had to crawl in. I was small. So I had these bushes that kind of, and it was really deep.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of suckers and a lot of really big fish because they eat all the bottom feeders. And I said, yeah, I got it down in at the Jungle. There's like 10 of them down there. No, yeah, there's like big ones. And they actually called the fish and game department. And they went down. They're looking for. I go, yeah. Here's the shark. And they came, and then my father kicked my ass for that.
Oh my god!
Because I told him, there's a whole bunch of them down there. Like, they're eating everything. And they said, you're kidding? No, look I got a shark. And
would you would have to get a tag for a shark? No, that's just hunting, right?
No, I shouldn't take. It was cruel. They should have thrown it back and let it live. It's very cruel. No, you can in the ocean. You take out whatever you want. They don't tag anything.
Oh,
for trout,
you can't see.
You need to get a trout license. You had to get a fishing license in Massachusetts. So you get a fishing license. That was opening day was the shit. That was the day. Like opening day was April 1st, and I start in one of my big joys growing up is there's a magazine that sold fishing equipment. And you get this box of stuff. You get it's like a toolkit, but you get like hooks and sinkers and all the stuff you need. And that was like my birthday. So all I wanted from it was a fishing kit. Yeah. And they couldn't really afford the one I wanted, the big one with all the cool stuff. But I always got one with hooks and sinkers and bobbers and maybe a Rough Rider or two or a couple of really cool lures. And then I would literally wait for April 1st to come. And then, all night long, about get my worms or my salmon eggs. And I get my vest on and my waders, and I'd sit there. And we would all go down to this hole up there, this fishing hole up there, a place called Richmond Pond. And it was the craziest thing. There'd be like 50 of us in this fishing area, right? And we're all like waiting, like almost like you're waiting for a race to start. We're so the integrity is like when hey, and someone throw the line in before 6 a.m. Hey, get your line out of the water. It's not fishing. Like, they really protected it. It's not fishing. And there's like, and this was literally fishing in a barrel because this was a spawning area for all the trout that came out of the pond, and it's just filled with trout. Like you put a net in there, you pick up 100 trout. I mean, it's just filled with trout.
Oh my God.
And so we all go in and you're done in 15 minutes. You catch your limit, like you catch it like that, and sometimes they wouldn't bite. And hey, what are you using? Fish, give me those salmon. Just like 50 guys just all meat fishing. It wasn't like fly fishing where there's art and craft to it. I've done that too, but this is like meat fishing. Let's just, how many trout can you get?
Yeah,
it's like this greed is the most visceral kind of greed ever. So,
hey, that's how you feed your family. Get a big old freezer.
I learned how to cook too.
Yeah. Well, you got a grill here.
Oh God, yeah.
I'll call Jeff over.
Yeah. No, okay. I'm good on the grill.
Yeah.
Jeff is great.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say he's horrible.
Jeff is great. Jeff, no, you've eaten there, right?
Yeah.
Jeff can slay it.
Yeah.
I mean, we were there the other night, and he's just whoops something. I was like, fuck.
That's amazing,
dude.
Oh man.
Dude, I mean, he can slay it. He can slay it.
That's one thing I really want is a means to cook outdoors, because every time I cook in the house, my fire alarm goes off, which is probably why it's out of juice.
Mine goes
now.
off all the time.
Yeah.
if I'm making toast and I burn it, it goes off.
If
I'm steaming vegetables, it goes off.
Maybe it needs a battery.
No, it needs to be disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you having a fire? No, I'm just trying to cook.
All right, let's see. I got. Oh, am I live on Instagram?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Hey, Instagram followers! She did this.
I did it.
She did. I had no idea. I didn't know I even go live on Instagram. I had no idea.
I tried to tether ours, but I couldn't, so I just turned yours on and mine on separately.
So she takes care of the old man. All right, I think we're gonna call it a day here.
Let's check one last time. We're gonna do one last check on the stream lead to see if anything needs to be signed. Nice jacket, James. I like it.
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
It's older than you are.
Good. That's when quality was made.
Let's see. Refresh it. Hang on, refresh.
Let's check in for any last questions here. I don't know if I don't think I'll be going live next weekend. I love this. This is my second time going live, and also both of which were with James, but probably again sometime soon I will notify the masses.
Massified. Nope. Nobody yet. Nobody. No love.
It's all good.
No love.
It's all good.
All right.
We'll be sending them out as soon as our packages come.
Yeah. All right. So again, thank you for being on the show. You're an amazing guest. Thank you so much.
James.
Yeah.
Always nice chatting.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for showing up today. Appreciate it. I'll be back with the SARGE'S Coffee on Wednesday morning. We'll be back here next Sunday, hopefully with another great guest. I don't know if I can't find one, I'm gonna have her back because she's great. So I don't mind co-hosting a show it'll be let's see, Sarge and Sandra.
Yeah.
SNS.
I love that.
The
I live
Sarge-
close and come by.
All right, let's do a Sarge and Sandra show next time.
Hey.
Maybe work out a few songs and get your do a live performance.
When I come back from New York, let's work on that.
I think it's a plan. All right, everybody. This is the thing we say at the end of the show. It's like woods out. So you do, just say all right. All right, everybody. Woods out.
Woods out.
There she is. All right, see you guys soon. Thanks for coming by. Love you all. Peace and love.
Yay.